All right.
I'm
My
sorry.
name is my name is Isabel, and what is your name?
Uh, Andrew, Huey, Arnaud, Senior.
Okay. I'm here to ask you questions about your life, and I hope to learn interesting facts about you. I also hope this project will bring me a greater respect for elders, or at least give me a better grade in school. All right. How old are you?
79 today.
All right. What were you like as a child?
Uh, I remember when I was 3 years old, some a little bit, but just different parts. But I remember the flood of 1940, and I was born in 37.
Wow, that's awesome.
Just because we lived like in the hidden hills,
Uh,
and it was in the high ground, and I had some family that would live in Prairie Balls,
uh,
which was flood area,
uh.
and they came to live with us 3 weeks before the water receded.
Wow, that's awesome. What do you do for fun?
What they do for fun?
Uh.
Work. With it.
What were your favorite toys or games?
My favorite toy of game. See, in
Mhm.
those days, when we were young, when we were small,
Uh.
we had no toys. We made our own. We made a wheelbarrow, what we call a wheelbarrow, a cover of a can and nailed it to a board, and that was
Uh-huh.
our wheelbarrow. And we run with that all over the place.
Okay.
We get good exercise.
Okay. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 5 sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay. What memories do you have of them when you were growing up?
My real memory is when my oldest brother went in the military.
How long was he in the military?
He was in the military for 3 years.
Wow.
But when I would get all excited when he was coming on leave. He went right after the Second World War.
Oh my gosh. All right. What responsibilities do you have at home when you were young?
What kind of
Like what did you have to do whenever you were
oh, I
young?
had to feed the animals. I had to feed the pigs. I had to feed even milk the cows. And I was milking cows at the age of 8, 9 years old.
Wow.
Feed the
You
mules.
were a busy person.
Very busy. That's all we had. That's all we do. You know. So we knew is the work all the time.
What kind of school did you go to?
I went to the Catholic school. I started school at the Sacred Heart, which is St. Ignatius right now. And I started school there in 1943.
Were you a good student?
Very scared of my teaching. So I don't know if you were that good or not. But the nuns were so strict. What we had was missionary nuns that would teach the Negroes and Indian and Negro missionary nuns. And they were sick. They weren't sisters. They were mothers.
Mm-hmm.
And they taught kids all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very strict.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot of respect for them. They taught me a lot. You know.
Okay. What was your favorite subject?
I like math. Arithmetic was my base.
What was your favorite teacher and why?
My favorite teacher was, but see, I went to 2 different schools now. I started school in Gregato,
Mm-hmm.
and I went up to the 5th grade, and then we moved to Canada, and I went to St. Anne Catholic School.
Mm-hmm.
Her name was Sister Bernard. Was my favorite teacher.
What she taught you?
Well, she teaches everything in those days. It was the 5th grade teacher, but she teach English,
Math and all that?
math, and all that. There was only one teacher in her classroom, teaching everything.
What were the most significant ways in which the world has changed since you were a student my age?
Oh, that's unbelievable. That would be like, how old are you? Say,
15.
I'm 79, though. That's what's almost 60 years, 65 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable how much it changed. I remember the horse and buggies when I was growing up. And we moved to Canada. I remember getting them horse and buggy tied up on Main Street. The railing was still there where they used to tie the buggies. And it's no comparison what it is for y'all today and when I was your age.
Okay.
If the car would break down, we had to walk. We couldn't even. It was too far to walk to church. It was lucky we had a school bus that would pick us up to go to school.
Y'all didn't live. You didn't live here.
If I did what?
I think you didn't live here, like in this house.
No. The house I lived in. I was 17 years old before we had running water in the house.
Oh wow.
And if you don't have no running water, we didn't have electricity. We still had kerosene lamp till I was 17.
Wow. Alright. What technological advance has most surprised you?
Television. We didn't even have a television. We didn't even have. We had no electricity, but you could buy radios with batteries. But radio was really very much. We used to go to the neighbors and listen to. They had all kind of like stories on the radio. You know, like what was it? Jack Webb, the old detective show. That was on radio. That was the most impressive. I mean, to me, television was really exciting because when that come out, the God, man. And since I was a kid, I always heard they said in the future we'll be able to look at each other when we're on the phone and look at it. Nobody believed it.
Alright. Let's see. What has changed a little or not at all since you were a student?
What has changed?
Since you were a student.
What really changed, you can discipline the kids, and the teachers had the right to discipline us. I mean, the nuns they would even talk to the parents about it. Don't even go in, because they were the boss as long as you was at school now, on the school ground, that was different. So that's the big difference. Now today the teacher cannot discipline the kid. You have to have special people that discipline them, which I don't know if they do it bad, but.
Okay. How did you spend your summer holidays?
Oh my God, we work in the field. It was the busiest 3 months of the year. But yeah, that's when the croppers start harvesting the cotton, harvesting the potatoes, working the field. Dad and Mama was glad when these vacation school would come up because we could help them in the field.
You could work during the summer?
That's the job we had.
Okay. What were your favorite summer activities?
My favorite
Summer activities, like that you did during the summer.
My favorite summer activities. We'd go swimming in the bayou. That was look, and we had to sneak to get to the bayou. Otherwise, my dad would have called us. He would have spanked us. We had no business being in bayou. That bayou can't go, but it was a lot bigger than what it is now.
That's awesome, man. Okay, where did your family go on vacations?
They never had.
Y'all never went on vacation?
Never went on vacation.
Really?
I went one time. I went 2 weeks with my uncle and an uncle at Holly Beach. That was the most miserable 2 weeks I've ever spent in my life. I went home, man. I suffered with a toothache for 2 weeks.
Aww.
Can you imagine? At Holly Beach. And they gave me the salt water, rinse your mouth with that salt water in the Gulf. That made it worse. I was miserable.
Alright, next question. Alright, what was your graduation from high school like?
Well, I didn't graduate from high school. I just went up to the 9th grade.
Oh, you didn't graduate from high school?
I still go to class reunion because we moved from this parish to another parish, and I quit school. I was a dropout.
Oh, you dropped out in the 9th grade?
9th grade, yeah.
Oh, like my grade.
I'm not proud of it though.
Alright. Did you serve in the military?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
What job did you do most of your life? What job did you do?
Oh, I did plumbing more than anything else I do. I started at 13 years old putting work at a sweet potato hill, they called it. And then from then I went to work offshore just for about a year.
Uh-huh.
And then I started plumbing. I started plumbing in 1956,
Wow.
which I've been doing plumbing work now for 60 years.
You've been plumbing for 60 years?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. What do you like most about it?
What I like most about it,
Like about plumbing?
but plumbing was very interesting. I mean, it's hard work, but I enjoy plumbing because it's all pertaining to arithmetic, and I was good in arithmetic, so it helped me out on
Helps you out.
doing like hospitals and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Very interesting.
Okay. How did you meet your spouse?
This was what you call very. I met my wife in Colorado, which and the reason why I met my mama had died. I was only 16 years old. I can say I was 17 because it was only a matter of a couple of months. And I would have never went to Colorado if my mom wouldn't have died. And that's how I met your grandmother.
That's how you met Mom?
I went to visit. I went to visit my oldest sister, and her husband was working for this company that was transferring in Colorado, and I went to visit them because they would have never went. They would have never went to Colorado if Mom would have been living. And that's how I met Mom.
Okay.
We stayed. We were married 58 years.
Okay. What do you like about her? What did you like about Mom?
Oh Lord. You know, that's one thing. That's one thing sometimes I get mad at myself. Because I can't find nothing wrong that she did. And I know she can find other things I did wrong. Yeah, she was very religious when I met her. And I was taught with a lot of religion. Then I wasn't the best of a religious person, yeah, I'm sure, but she was. And I said, well, that's who I want to marry. I want to be the mom of my kids because of her religion.
Because she was Mom was a religious person?
Very religious person. And we fell in love at the first time I dated her, you know? That's the story of my life.
When did you get married?
Got married in the 4th of May in 1957.
How old were you?
I was 19. I was gonna be 20. I was gonna be 20 in a few days.
Okay. What was your wedding like?
Very, not to say private. I mean, she had a lot of friends. I had no friends in Colorado that much. I had just my family, my sister and my brother-in-law, and they had 3 daughters. And well, John was living with them. John and Chris was there. No, it was John and Liz that was there. So that's the only family I had. But then she had a lot of friends, and we had. I just had her brother was my best man at the wedding, and then she had 5 maid of honor, or what you would call them.
Yeah,
Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Alright. How many children do you have?
We have 13 children.
What is the best thing about being a grandparent?
The best thing with them, I mean, we all love all the kids, but the thing is, there's so much different between the kids and then your grandkids. It's just a whole generation gap. Big difference because then you have another mixture between your mom and dad, and we didn't know your mom, and you know, and they live in 2 different, they're just like mama and I. We're 2 different people in 2 different parts of the country, so there was no way that we had anything in common. And so that's why it's very exciting about the way y'all come on, you know, the grandkids. We had all good athletes, and the mixture between the Mexican and Cajun nationality.
Okay. What is the most significant political event you have witnessed?
Was that now?
What is the most significant political event that you have witnessed? Like, what is something political that was really impacted you? Or
Oh, let's see. we was already when Clinton to me when Clinton won as president. I was very excited because we needed what he did. He had in his 8 years of presidency, he had more job creation than the full Republican president before him. You know what I'm saying? He had more job creation than the full Republican president before him. So I'm very impressed. This economy was good when he was president.
What is the most important lesson you have learned in your life?
Most important lesson.
Mm-hmm.
To me, what was very important with my life was work. I mean, I worked all my life. I never had to go on any kind of program to where the government would have to help. I would say the young generation need to work every day. Get up in the morning, gotta think of something to do. And we were raised like that. We had to work in the field before going to school. And that's the advice I would give. There's nothing wrong in working. Work to keep your mind occupied and you learn things to make a living with.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's very important. But to me, that's what the younger generation don't have.
Okay. What was the happiest time in your life?
It's hard to believe that it's when I made my first communion. That was the best day of my life. When I had made what they call a little white communion, which I would made that, and I made that in Glengardow at the age of 7. But it wasn't the solemn communion I made here in Canada. And they always, the nuns always taught you the happiest days of your life is when you're gonna make the solemn communion. It was.
Okay.
I got a lot out of it.
Okay. What do you think are your 3 best qualities?
I hate to brag on myself, you know. The 3 best things about me, I like to make money. Because we need money, it takes money to live, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I like to work. So I'm 79 years old and I'm still working. And I'm gonna work as long as I can, you know. And this is the best thing that I.
Okay, what are the
And one more thing. One more best thing.
I don't fish anymore, but I used to enjoy it. I love to cook. I love to cook for my family.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the 3 worst qualities that you have?
I don't think I have any. The worst thing, I don't know. I'm not a good sleeper, which is bad. And since we lost Mom, it's even worse. If I sleep 4 or 5 hours a night, that's a lot. You know, 'cause, I mean, this is really bad. I guess the worst thing the worst thing I had was losing my mama, the first one. But I found out that losing my wife was just as bad or worse. Very
Or
bad.
sleeping?
Well, that's why it's hard to sleep because you know that her being, I have her on my mind all the time. And it took a long time for me to forget my mama because I was so young and I needed her. When she died, I'm the one that had to start cooking in the house. And it was bad. I had to wash clothes for the rest of the kids, cook dinner, get out the field, come cook dinner.
Okay.
At the age of 17, you know. That's bad. So that could be the worst thing I did was losing my mom.
Do you have any special sayings or expressions?
He's like, come on, man. You know. Even Pete over there in California, he called me up one day and says, man, you heard that on TV at a football game? And the announcer said, come on, man. He used to laugh at me because I used that word, come on, man. And it's a lady that I was doing work for here in Canada. And she was telling me something about so-and-so, and I forget what it was, but she told me, she says, come on, man, give me a break. I got tired of that since she told me that.
Okay. How have your dreams and goals changed through your life?
Really, I was dreaming I wanted to be rich, but it didn't work. You know, it didn't work. Like that. I am rich. I'm rich with kids. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I just I don't know dream.
Okay.
It's hard. Right now, I can't think of what.
You can't think of it?
No, I mean, man dreams all kind of stupid things like, you know, like I used to. Well, and for instance, Mama died. I don't dream that much. I dreamed of her maybe 2, 3 times. That's it. I used to dream of her. I couldn't even. I mean, it's all night long. I swear that that I dream all night long. And they say a dream is only a matter of seconds. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you accomplish your life goal yet?
Well, I think I did. I wanted a big family, and I wanted to see them all do well for themselves. And I think I accomplished. I mean, I think I'm seeing that today.
What do you know now that you wish you know when you were young?
I wish I could go through what I know now, and if I'd known that when I was younger, what I know today about everything, about work, about how the people live, how we lived in the days that I started, you know, recognizing the time that I lived in the beginning. I could make a lot of good changes if I could, you know, relive some years, some other years.
Okay. And what do you see in the mirror?
I see an old man that looked like he's about 79 years old.
Okay. Tell me a good joke. Who filled up the Mississippi River? Huey P. Long.
Sure did. I was named after him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, I was gonna get a trophy if they would name me Huey Paul instead of Huey Andrew. But my godmother changed my name when she went to the church. My mama wasn't with her. And she didn't like the name Paul, so she named me Andrew instead. Otherwise, I would have had a gold chalice with Huey P. Long on it. So it would have been abbreviated Huey P. Well, look good, and Huey P. Arnaud.
Okay.
Oh, I think that's brilliant.
What's your best piece of advice you can give me for living my life to the fullest?
Get as much education as you can. And take good advice from your mom and dad so they have more experience than you. And you're still young enough to where you need to listen to your teachers. And whatever they recommend for education, you need to take their advice.
Okay.
Advice is very, education and religion is very, very important.
Okay, Pop, I got a question for you. Do you know what a dab is?
What?
Do you know what a dab is? You know the dance, the dab?
No.
It isn't a dance. It's actually a movement that they do with football.
Can you do it? Can you do the dab?
It's like this.
How is it?
Like that.
Can you do it? Do the dab. Can you do it?
Like
You put your hand out like that. Like
that?
like that.
Good job. Oh my
How?
gosh. Okay.
Lay down. I got it.
Good job, Mom. Okay, come here.
And there was a lot of fun, I'm telling you. Yeah, but you know, you couldn't be surprised. I could probably think of a lot more things that could have maybe helped you on